Okay, today is the 10th, 9-10, and our title today is Whale. Now, I know we've been doing a lot of letters lately, so I wanted to have you guys do something a little bit different today, do a little bit of cartooning. Let's bring and divide your sketchbook. Don't forget, if you run out of room, divide that next page. You go straight down vertically and across horizontally so that you have 4 squares, you have 4 spaces. Okay, I'm going to turn my book horizontally today because I'm going to need a long space for this drawing. The date at the top, and let's start. Okay, to make the whale, I need to start with the head. So we're just going to bring a line down just a little bit, like a little curve, and then I'm going to bring it back. It's almost like a triangle shape coming back. Okay, it's getting narrower as you come back, like that. Okay, next we're going to bring a curve up slightly for the tail. Now, to make the tail, you curve up on one side like this, and then you curve it up on the other side, just like that. Okay? Now, to find the middle, the easiest way I found to do that is to put a dot right about here. Then from this center point, curve right into the tail, like that. Same thing on the other side. Curve right into the tail. So it's like a pair of lips or kind of like a mustache type shape. Okay, it looks like I'm running out of room. I'm running off my page. That's okay. Okay, I'm just going to fix that a little bit. Okay, so there we go. There's that. So I've got the tail. Next, I'm going to make the eye, and then the hole at the top, the blowhole, and the fins, okay, the arms on my whale. So let's start with the eye. Now the eye on the whale is actually way back here. It's down low. Okay, so just a little circle. There's the eye. Okay, the fin should come off right about here next to the eye, and that's going to come down and back up. Okay, it's just going to be like a little, actually let me narrow that a little bit. It doesn't need to be quite that wide. Just a couple of curved lines coming together. Now I'm going to put a couple lines here and here, and I'm going to erase this line right here because that's the body. We don't need to see that. Okay, so we've got all of that. Now we need the other fin behind, just like that. And the hole at the top, like that. And let's make some bubbles. Okay, to kind of show this is underwater. We've got some bubbles by the action lines, by the tail, bubble lines, bubbles all around, showing that this whale is moving along. Okay, let's add some shading and we'll be done. So I'm going to shade just not real dark, kind of a medium gray, all along the left side of his nose. And I'm also going to shade that as I'm coming under as well. So all along here, and as I'm moving under, shade there. Now, as you move over, you need to get just a little bit lighter as you're coming over. Now, if you feel like you went too fast, just make sure you follow along on your netbook. Okay, this is saved in your daily sketch folder. Okay, and I'm going to just do an all over light shading of this whale. And I'm just pushing so lightly. Very, very, very lightly. My pencil's barely even touching down on the paper. Okay, I want to be careful not to cover over his eye because I want that to show out. So I'm going to like go over it one more time. Make sure that's sticking out properly. Let's do a little bit of a dark shading underneath here. That's his fin. Okay, and as we move along, we're going to lighten it up. Just like that. And continue filling in this fin. I'm going to put a little dark there. Okay, and then the tail. Just a super light shading. Nothing major. I'm going to add a little more dark to the edge of the tail as it's coming around. Okay, put in any lines that you need. I'm going to darken a few up here just to kind of help it pop a little bit here. Okay, and there you have it. There is your whale. So I'd like you to make one of these today. Please make sure that you include all the body parts like the blowhole, the eye, the fins, and the tail. Don't forget your extra details like the bubbles and the action lines. Make sure you do some blended shading along this side. And then you've got some more shading, darker shading here, here, and on the tail. And there needs to be a light all over gray on your whale. Please make sure that you erase any lines or marks that you don't need.